The BET Awards 2025 were meant to be a celebration of music, fashion, and culture, but instead, it turned into a full-blown battlefield. Right in front of the flashing lights and a room packed with A-list celebrities, Remy Ma did the unimaginable. Moments after Papoose stunned the world by publicly referring to Claressa Shields as his wife. Yes, on stage and on live TV, everything changed. The main cameras captured the surprise. But what they didn't catch was what went down backstage. Not until leaked security footage made its way online. And now, it's viral. Yes, Remy Ma physically confronted Claressa. No heads up, no hesitation. Just raw, unfiltered drama. The internet exploded. And if you've seen the footage, you know why. I had to watch it 3 times to believe it was real. Random IG comment, fake, but feels real. Even the biggest celebrity scandals seem small next to this chaos. Jay-Z once said, "Never go public with something private." Well, that ship has sailed. Because after Papoose's shocking revelation, the world saw Remy Ma react, and it was more explosive than anyone expected. So let's break it all down. What led to this moment, who's really responsible, and what was actually caught on camera? Ask yourself, if you were in Remy's shoes, faced with the same betrayal and humiliation, what would you do? Let's get into it. Because this story didn't start on stage. It didn't even begin at the BET Awards. This tension had been simmering for months, quietly building behind Remy Ma's fierce expression. The betrayal, the suspicious looks from Claressa, the ignored calls from Papoose, and those not-so-accidental Instagram tags. You may have missed the signs, but Remy didn't. She saw everything. So now, we rewind the clock, back to spring 2025. Remy Ma and Papoose had already weathered storms, prison time, cheating whispers, public breakups, reconciliations, music drops, and interviews designed to keep up appearances. But behind closed doors, something was cracking wide open. He stopped coming home. That's what Remy Ma allegedly messaged a friend back in April, a private DM that's now made its rounds on dozens of gossip pages. "I can smell when another woman's been near." Claressa's perfume was still on his hoodie. A supposed private message from Remy, alleged, "Eyes in that friend," forwarded the messages straight to a gossip blogger, who just so happened to have VIP access to the BET red carpet. Coincidence? Please. You already know better. Claressa Shields, the undefeated boxing champ, had been showing up around Papoose way too often, showing up at private charity events, spotted at a brunch in Atlanta, and even co-starring with him in a gym video titled "Train Like a King and Queen." Sounds cute until you realize the queen wasn't Remy. For weeks, Remy kept quiet. But the breaking point? The rehearsal dinner. That's right. Papoose and Claressa hosted a private celebration dinner the night before the BET Awards on a rooftop in LA. No paparazzi. No press. Just their closest circle. Guess who wasn't invited? Remy Ma. 2 days before the awards show, a tip landed in at Industry Leaks inbox. Check Hotel Azul, Camera 4, 12th floor. Big hallway argument. Looks like Remy pulled up. No one believed it until an 8-second, grainy hallway video dropped. Remy Ma, clearly emotional, in a hoodie and slippers, is seen pounding on a hotel door. You can barely make it out, but she seems to say, "Open the door, Papoose. Tell her to come out." Silence. Then a soft, icy voice replies, "Go home, Remy. This ain't your scene anymore." Eyes that voice. Allegedly Claressa. Now fast forward. BET Awards night. Red carpets buzzing. Stars everywhere. Claressa walks in on Papoose's arm, sparkling in a diamond gown, looking like Hollywood royalty. Remy shows up solo. Shades on. High-slit black velvet gown. Silent and ready. She wasn't even supposed to be seated near them. But someone, maybe a mistake, maybe fate, placed her right behind Papoose and Claressa in row B. For the first 20 minutes, silence. Then the moment. Papoose takes the stage. The room stills. He's supposed to present an award, but instead, he drops a bomb. "Shout out to my queen, my rock, my wife, Claressa Shields. I love you, baby." The crowd goes wild. Some scream.
Some gasp.
Flashbulbs go off. Claressa stands and waves like she just took home a Grammy. But one off-air camera catches Remy frozen. Fists clenched. Face blank. Lips moving. He married her? She grabs her clutch, rises, and heads backstage. The show wrapped around 2:30 a.m. But behind the scenes, something else happened. At 2:38 a.m., private BET Awards backstage footage was quietly uploaded to a Dropbox. Then someone, possibly an intern or crew member, leaked it. The footage?
Shaky.
No audio.
But raw.
It shows Remy storming down a secured hallway. A female security guard tries to intervene. Remy pushes past. Moments later, Claressa exits her dressing room, glowing. Then it happens, Remy charges. Hair is grabbed. Screams erupt. Claressa stumbles into a wall. Remy yells, "You took everything from me." Claressa fires back. "He was never yours to begin with." Security jumps in. Two staffers pull Remy away. She's in tears, mascara smudged, hair undone. She's not weak, she's wrecked. Furious. Heartbroken. But what happened next? No one expected. The moment that footage hit the internet, the BET Awards 2025 was officially the most scandalous in the show's history. Remy's tear-streaked face. Claressa screaming, "Try me again." Papoose? Nowhere to be found. And then came the freeze-frame moment, the exact second Remy Ma screamed across the backstage hallway, "This ain't over. Y'all will regret this." Within minutes, screenshots flooded Twitter. Reaction videos? All over YouTube and TikTok. And within hours, the celebrity circle began to split. A now-deleted tweet, allegedly from Cardi B, went viral. "I love Remy, but sometimes you gotta let go. If he moved on, why you still fighting?" At I Am Cardi, deleted shortly after. The internet exploded. Barbs immediately jumped in, claiming Nicki Minaj was watching the drama unfold with popcorn emojis. One viral claim even said Lil' Kim reposted the fight clip to her IG story with the caption, "Never trust a man with too many bars and no boundaries." Meanwhile, gossip blogs were having a feast. The Shade Bar, T-Spill Plug, Medium S Daily, each had their own spicy spin. But the real plot twist? A screenshot of Claressa's Shield's alleged DMs, supposedly sent to Easy the Block captain, set the internet on fire. Time to talk receipts. One of the most explosive posts of the night was a supposed message from Claressa to Easy, who is rumored to have dated Remy during her open separation from Papoose. Here's what it said, allegedly. "Bet you didn't think I'd end up with your man. Ain't karma funny?" Claressa Shields, DM to at Easy the Block captain. Was it real? No one can say for sure. But in less than 3 hours, the post hit 1.2 million views. Easy's reply? "El Mail Messy. I ain't involved. I keep it battle rap, not bedroom drama." But by then, the damage was done. Let's not forget, Remy Ma and Papoose weren't just any couple. They were hip-hop's ride-or-die blueprint. He stood by her during her prison sentence. She called him the most loyal man alive in interviews. They renewed their vows on VH1. They were goals until now. So when this footage surfaced, fans felt something deeper than shock. They felt betrayed. Reddit threads lit up with takes like, "Bro waited while she was in jail for years, just to dump her on live TV for a boxer with a sponsorship deal? Ain't no way y'all still defending Papoose. That man's loyalty folded faster than a 2 a.m. PayPal refund. Fast, quiet, and gone by morning. And just when it felt like it couldn't get messier, a security report from BET's own production team was leaked. According to an internal report that's now circulating online, Remy Ma wasn't cleared for backstage access. Security failed to stop her after the incident. Claressa initially requested privacy, but her team conveniently welcomed media later that same night. In other words, this wasn't some spur-of-the-moment chaos. It was a setup, or at least that's what the streets are saying. Rumors are swirling that Claressa's team had the footage ready to go viral long before the fight even happened. One insider put it like this: they knew Remy would snap. All they had to do was wait. And wait they did. Meanwhile, Papoose stayed radio silent. No tweets. No statements. Just one overly polished Instagram post featuring him and Claressa from awards night, captioned, "Had a great time with my beautiful lady Claressa at the BET Awards ring." That ring emoji? Yeah, fans were not feeling it. The comment section lit up instantly. "You left a queen for a ring. Where was this love when Remy held you down? Congrats on the biggest PR flop of the year." And then came the viral TikTok remix, paired with a slowed-down Alicia Keys ballad. He held her down when she did the time, but now he holding someone else on live. Pure internet magic. But it didn't stop there. Late that night, a YouTube account called Stage Backfiles uploaded what they claimed was the full Backstage altercation in HD. The now-deleted 3-minute video showed Remy confronting Claressa in the hallway. Claressa smiling as chaos unfolded around her. A frantic producer shouting, "Turn those mics off now." Remy knocking a drink out of Claressa's hand. Papoose finally arriving, too late muttering, "Y'all need to chill. This ain't it." Let's be honest, it felt less like an awards show and more like a scene from a Netflix docuseries. But within 2 hours, the channel vanished. Some say BET's legal team shut it down. Others believe Remy's PR team stepped in. Either way, the damage was already done. Memes were slowing down. Fans were choosing sides. Things were beginning to cool off, until a new name suddenly entered the narrative. A ghost from left field, DJ Envy. At first, it didn't make sense. We had Remy, Papoose, Claressa, your classic love triangle turned public war. But DJ Envy? That's the twist no one saw coming. It all started with a 24-second voice memo, posted by a now-suspended Twitter account at BT Scandals Uncut. In the audio, a voice that allegedly belongs to Envy can be heard saying, "Remy was never supposed to find out. I told Papoose to wait until after the show. Now she's blowing up my phone. It's a F***ing disaster. Bro. Asterisk. Wait. What? What wasn't she supposed to find out? Why is Envy even involved?" Then came more leaks, alleged texts between DJ Envy and Papoose, now screenshotted and blasted all over IG stories. Envy. BET execs approved the marriage drop. Claressa's team wants the buzz. Papoose. And Remy? Envy. Handled. Just keep her out of that room. Handled. That one word set the internet on fire. Hashtags blew up. Conspiracy threads flooded Twitter. Reddit hit DEFCON 5. And just like that, Remy Ma disappeared.
No tweets.
No appearances. No interviews. Just complete silence. One of Remy's longtime stylists quietly posted, and then quickly deleted, a haunting Instagram story. She hasn't spoken to anyone in 5 days. Just crying, sleeping, and deleting old photos. I'm honestly worried. That post set off a wave of speculation. Some blogs reported she checked into a high-end wellness retreat in Arizona. Others claimed she had flown to Italy. One viral and totally fake post even claimed she was spotted at the airport with Jay-Z's cousin. Bottom line, Remy disappeared.
Publicly.
Emotionally. Spiritually. Fans were left trying to put together the pieces, retracing her last appearances, dissecting every leak and headline. Then came the diary page. An anonymous post appeared on a Reddit thread titled, "Remy Ma's Real Goodbye." It featured a handwritten letter, and the writing style matched letters Remy once shared from prison. It read, "I gave that man my loyalty, my body, my whole life. And in front of the world, he took it and gave it to someone who never did his time. I should have walked away sooner, but I didn't know how. Now they all think I'm crazy. Maybe I am, but at least I'm free."
R.
The post went mega viral, hitting 3.8 million views in just 48 hours. Real or fake? No one could confirm, but emotionally, it hit like truth. While Remy stayed silent, Claressa stepped forward. She appeared on the Real Queens podcast, dressed in designer, sipping champagne, and casually said, "I'm not the villain. I just fell in love." Remy had her shot. She fumbled. I caught it. She expected applause. Instead, she lit a fuse. TikTok blew up with stitched videos of Remy visiting Papoose in prison, contrasted with Claressa's smug soundbite. Instagram flooded her comments with rat emojis and boxing gloves. Even Funk Flex reposted the clip with a sharp caption. "This ain't it. Real queens don't step on others to shine." And then Papoose cracked. A now-deleted Facebook post, yes, Facebook, appeared. "You ever win and still feel like you lost?" Fans took that as a sign he was unraveling too. A few days later, paparazzi caught him alone, walking through the Brooklyn Museum, the same spot he and Remy once posed for anniversary photos. He said nothing, but the sadness was written all over his face. And then the final chapter arrived. According to a leak from Tea Room Files, a mysterious package was delivered to the apartment shared by Claressa and Papoose. But it was labeled, "Return to Sender." Inside the box, a torn copy of their 2018 vow renewal script, a gold bracelet engraved, "Through fire and freedom, Remy." A single note, "You can have the ring, but not the history." It was from Remy Ma, and it was closure. Some sources say she left the country. Others whisper she's working on a secret docuseries titled Unwritten. A rumored Netflix pitch deck even surfaced, outlining betrayal, resilience, and her uncut truth about the BET Awards night. One producer teased, "You think you've seen the whole tape? You haven't." Remy Ma didn't just exit the BET Awards. She walked away from the world she helped build, only to realize it was never truly hers. She disappeared without a word. But the secrets? They're still echoing. And now, the question isn't what happened. It's, when will she return? And what will she reveal? Fade to black.